Hi, everybody. Today I want to introduce another really critical word, and that is admirable acts or admiration. What's interesting about the companies that are sustained and earn a place in the hearts, the minds, and the long-term memory of their customers is that it's not just what they do or what they sell, but how they do it. There is an admiration that embraces their actions and their people that fuse the company to individuals. As I mentioned earlier, one of the things that we really need to do is be very deliberate about how we're going to earn the memory in people's hearts, how we're going to earn your legacy. And I break that up into three sections. One is around knowing it, the other is living it, and the third is building it. In this daily dose, we're going to focus on a critical area around build it. Now, one of the first things that we need to do when we think about building an organization and an experience that earns a legacy is building what I call your non-negotiables. Your non-negotiables are what you must always do to build in respect, trust, transparency, all of those attributes that you define that you want to show up as. And it's also being very clear about what you will not do. So I like to call these your guardrails for building out your operation. Now, there's two actions I want you to think about as you figure out what your guardrails are. Number one, create a new frame for even how you decide what you're going to put guardrails around. We often talk about the customer journey or experience with us by stages of the journey, but I have been really trying to move people and focus them instead to customers' goals. As customers work with you, they're trying to achieve things. If you redefine the work of your business by customers' goals, they're still going to go on a journey with you, a matter of sorts, but they're going to decide when and how they do that based on the goals they're trying to achieve one time at another. So your first action item is define your customer experience, your customer relationship, your job as an organization based on what goals you're helping your customer to achieve, what goals you're enabling your employee to deliver. The second thing is, by goal, then get very, very clear about within each customer goal, what must you always do operationally to help them deliver that. And then more importantly, almost than what you must always do, is what you will never do. Now, this requires a lot of digging. And so what I suggest you do is take one customer goal and bring in your employees and then also your customers and hear from them about the emotional responses and reactions that they have today about how you make big decisions. And from that, then go back and start digging in around the two or three things that as people present things to you, you will guide and create a conscience lens for when you'll send people back to the drawing board or when you'll guide people to rethink it because it's not something we'd ever do. For example, are you an organization that would inadvertently hide facts from customers or make it hard to get their information? Nobody does this on purpose, but complexity has become something that is analogous with customers to not knowing the full truth. So if you really want to be truthful and transparent, then as your people and your organization builds things, that is going to be one of your non-negotiables. So in this daily dose today, the two things I want you to think about is defining your customers' goals and then determining your non-negotiables by customer goal. What will you always do? What will you never do? Bring your employees in because they're going to tell you immediately where there's a lack of congruence between what you say you want to do and what's happening. And then also validate this with employees and with your customers. So that's today's daily dose, building out admirable acts that are guided by the non-negotiables about how you must show up and what you won't ever do to show up in the marketplace. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.